How's it going, guys? We are back on the scene. Got my I got my roomie laid behind the computer again for me. We've got the lovely and talented Cody Jasper this week. How you doing, brother?
I'm good
to see you.
How are you?
Good to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
You have been very busy.
Very busy. Sometimes on and off.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm bored as hell.
I see your TikToks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's that
Part
is,
of it.
That is part of it. That's part of the hustle now.
Some of them, yeah. Sometimes I don't get TikTok. I'm finally getting some stuff, but sometimes you're just like, you see all those ads. This is how you get a bit, like, you want a lot of blah, 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 do this. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Let me do this stupid thing. But sometimes they work.
Oddly enough, most of my music traffic comes from TikTok, and I don't even know why.
Yeah.
So, there you go. So back in the old days, they used to have a guy that would drive around and threaten DJs with they'd either bribe them or threaten them, and that's how you'd get your music played. And now, now you just twerk.
How many TikToks do you have?
Pay China.
You twerk talk.
Yeah, I did this stupid dance thing or whatever. I did like this. It wasn't like a TikTok dance. I just like moved my legs weird, and it was like 6 seconds long. And then I put like a long paragraph on it, and that's the most views.
Isn't that dumb? It's the funniest thing that people latch onto. Yeah. So, man, there's a lot of people that want to know the story. All right, so like, let's go back a couple of years. Hang on, I have to bring this up because I got the old block here. So this was a couple of years ago.
Oh wow! Yeah, there's a few different people there.
Yeah, that was over here.
Yeah,
the white pants. The whole.
I still have those sweatpants.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll cut to that. We'll link to that one in there.
Yeah.
But that's the last time you've been here.
Yeah.
You know, you've been to what, fucking England?
Yeah, London.
Once or twice, something like that.
Just once since then, yeah.
Yeah. And that was at Abbey Road Studios, right?
Yes, went to fucking Abbey Road, dude.
So some of the shit you were telling me on that chat was used David Gilmour's Vox.
Yep, they have everything in there. Has not changed. I mean, except for like some stuff. They got like different boards and shit because of modern technology. But a lot of the same shit was there. I mean, I sang through a microphone that, I mean, it was used on everything. But like one of the main ones was, that he told me was, oh, that's the one that John Lennon sang Oh Darling on or whatever, you know? Yeah, you're just like, yeah, that'll do. Okay. I'll use that microphone.
$50,000 telephone.
Who knows? Hundreds of thousands. Some of those.
Some of that weird old
equipment. We used this Mellotron from, it was one of the first Mellotrons ever made, and it had like this sign on it that had like the guy who made it, I forget his name, he's like some famous guy that was at Abbey Road. And I guess he designed synthesizer while the Beatles were recording, and he like made this like keyboard thing that makes cool sounds and shit. And so they have it still there, but they sent me a list of like, this is all the instruments you can pick from to have, and they're so professional there. They're like, you fill out the list, and then so you show up and it's all there, and it's mic'd and everything, so you can just go in and of course I was like, it said Mellotron blah 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 blah, and I was like, yep, I want that thing. I know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the engineer Nigel was like, oh yeah, that was strawberry fields. You know, he just blew our mind like the first hour we were there. They're like, this piano is, it's tuned really different. It's called the Miss Mills piano. It's the most famous piano in the world. And we're like, wow. And it has this special tuning on it. It's real clanky. And that's from like when the Beatles, the Obla Di, Obla Da song, or they used it on all kinds of, even on the Adele, the famous Adele song. Yeah, so this is all like within an hour we're there. We're just like, we run into Richie Sambora while we're there
hanging out
in the hallway. Yeah, it was a nuts experience.
Not every day you run into one of Liz Taylor's ex-boyfriends.
Yeah. It was nuts, and I didn't recognize him at first, but we knew I could tell he was a famous rock star. You could just see it, and you were like, yep, that guy. And then you're like, oh, it's this guy. But everywhere in there's like absolutely no cell phones and shit.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And that's why it was crazy why we jumped on doing it, because we got the opportunity to film, because they were like, you can film it. And so it was like, what?
Yeah.
Which is, we thought they were going to charge you a lot of money, and because at first it was like, they asked me if I wanted to go, do you want to go to Abbey Road and track? I'm like, of course. And then I'm like, can we film it though? Going all the way over there? Like, it's going to be like, and then they're like, absolutely not. It costs like $20,000 or some shit. And then we did a little peeking around, and somebody asked somebody, and somebody this, and then you have to go through like a fucking trial and error. Like, they look at your shit, and they're like, because if you want to be able to say live from Abbey Road, they have to own a little bit of it, and they also has to be able to represent our brand. So we were like, there's no way. But they were like, yeah, we'll see. They said, finish the video footage, send it to us, and then we will endorse it. After a few people see it, they have to be like, this is good enough. So I'm still not on that part yet. It may say live from Abbey Road in the description, but if it says it on the title, I wanted to say it on the title. I was like, fuck, that's the main
There's
point.
guys that look for just that. They just search live from Abbey Road. Okay, who's there? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So who's in your band now?
Well, I mean, Greg, who has been in like Wild Bills and Moon Fever, he's still there. He plays with, and Marcel Coleman plays organ, and Rito Monhe, who's from Amarillo, he plays bass. And got the guitar player that played with us in London was actually James Bay's guitar player.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Yeah, he was a monster, dude. Fuck that guy.
Did you do any playing on the album?
Did he? Yeah, he played on the live album.
Did you do any playing on the album?
Yeah, I did the whole record.
Okay.
Yeah. I do the main guitar on everything, but we needed another guitar player because we're doing it live. Yeah. So I couldn't go in and add overdub. It would be kind of cheesy to do that. So we called some friends, and it's like, oh yeah, this guy, he is incredible. We're like, wow, sure, thanks.
Those session guys, those studio guys, man. Yeah. They don't fuck around. I mean, they know everything.
Everything. They just have this certain. Yeah, he was.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So how did all this get started? So so I know you came across Warren Hayes somewhere.
Warren Haynes, yeah.
Yeah, Warren Haynes. Excuse me, Warren Haynes. And for those of you millennials that don't know who Warren Haynes is, ask your grandparents about Leonard Skinner.
Allman Brothers.
I'm sorry, Jesus Christ! I completely cut. Jeez, I can't believe I did that out loud. Allman Brothers and Government Mule. So, Government Mule, personally my favorite of the two. Dude, you can't beat Soulshine.
I'm a big Allman Brothers fan, too. But that's the thing, he wrote Soulshine for the Allman Brothers at first. That's what I found out, through the grapevine. But one of the greatest guitar players ever, man. I've been going to see him play a few times since.
And he's a monster slide player, too.
Yeah, dude. He plays slide. The first time I met him backstage, I was like, one song this, like, what tuning were you in? He's like, oh, I'm in standard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I hate, like, how? Yeah, he sat there and chatted with me up about it. He's like, oh, I got tired of having to switch guitars and tuning. And I'm like, there's got to be a way around this. And he was in there like showing me, and I was just like,
okay.
Yeah. Then I went home and threw my slide at the wall.
That's fucking cool, man. So you're on a label now?
Yeah. So
what's the label?
Evil Teen Records.
Evil Teen.
They had their big. The last artist that did well was Marcus King. So they broke Marcus King.
Marcus King.
Yeah, and he signed to like Dan Auerbach's record. But he started his first two records with the Evil Teen, The Revivalist are another one. Mm-hmm. And she's got the guy from Band of Horses. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. But he has a solo project now, and they're doing that one too. But I'm the newest one, and yeah, it's about to. But there's a lot of politics in that too, because we met from after working with them. They introduced me to so much other people, and like other people are interested now. So they're like, maybe if this opportunity comes up, you can't turn it down, like a bigger label.
Yeah.
So they manage me, but if they can get the bigger label to do, they're gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
Well, dude, you've been grinding your ass away at this for years and years and years, like full time.
Fucked up like
abandoned
7 times.
everything. Yeah, And I'd say of the Amarillo scene, man, you've made the most waves out of any of them, man. That's
appreciate that.
And that's great. That personally speaking, that's great for our scene. We've got some guys like that to break through. Then it draws attention to it. We got a couple of rappers that are doing the same thing right now.
Yeah,
and it's great.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
Let's. How long have I known you? Because I think you were like 14 when we met.
Didn't you drive me home after I got shot?
Yes. that was just a few years ago. But like when you were a kid, I remember when you were a kid riding in the back of my truck.
Yep.
Yeah, and you didn't you play bass or some shit like that?
I played whatever anybody would let me play.
Yeah.
Just like, fucking let me play whatever. I played when I first moved to Denver. I played bass because I lied to these guys. These guys, like older dudes, they were awesome. Their band was Valhalla. Shout out to Valhalla if they're ever out there. But I was like, yeah, I play bass, dude. And they're like, where's your bass? I don't have one, but it worked out. Got to play some clubs in Denver. Got to get drunk at like 16.
Streets of London. Do you remember the clubs?
Three Kings Tavern.
Three
was
Kings.
The first one, yeah.
I played there. Played at Streets of London.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I've never played there, but I've been there.
Yeah. Both
High Dive.
Yep.
High Dive.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's fucking cool, man. So what's coming up? Like, okay, so you got one guy in Amarillo that's in the band. Where's everybody else scattered?
Marcel's in Austin. Greg's in Denver.
Is he really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Greg just comes down and records and whatever. I've been recording at Covenant in Amarillo, which is Glenn Storley's studio, which is an awesome studio. I was blown away when I found out it was here. I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah. He's got the bus parking and everything in the back. Yeah.
And so me and Glenn, we've gotten to be really good friends, and we've just been working, man. Like he lets me come over whenever. If I'm like, I got to do this or I got to do that, he's like, all right, come on, because he's having fun too. We're just in there, just like doing whatever. But we've probably made like 30 songs, me and Glenn, like at Glenn's place, I think so. But I got a record coming out. Well, I'm trying to. Warren Haynes is in the hospital like 3 days ago, I think so. Yeah, but so that's kind of put a stall. But we're trying to get the EP out through Evil Teen. But I'm doing a full album with him, but I have so much music, and some of it I don't want to like just push to the wayside.
Dude, I remember you were recording 2 and 3 songs a weekend, man. You were just tracking just left and right.
Since I fucking got off the sauce,
dude. At one point, I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, how is he doing all of this all the time? So it's just like, get up every day. And I think this happened about the time that you got off the sauce, and you just like, you had all this like pent up motivation that was like behind a wall of alcohol before, and now, you seem to be
not just alcohol.
Yeah, well.
I liked the good stuff, but I don't know what happened. I think that's what it was, man. I think drugs and alcohol were like hiding. I just didn't have the motivation to do shit. I don't even care.
Maybe that's my problem.
I don't know, man. But once I got off, it was like I had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And I had no other like plan B. My whole life was like, I made sure when I was a kid that there was no other fucking option. Because then it's like, surely, something, or you're gonna, so I was like, well, this is what I gotta do. But I don't know, I found the love for music again, I guess. I don't know. There's been some rough times with the last band I was in. That really just like left a awful taste in my mouth.
Fucking legal mess too, wasn't it? I mean, with the
it wasn't really. They just came along, and it was just I can't legally talk about it too much, but I was in a band that offered me money to be in the band, so I said yes, and then it just turned into like it would be if anybody paid for anything. We paid for this. We want it the way we want it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm not going to dedicate my last shot at a professional music career to this if this is the way you're going to do it.
Yeah.
And actually, we spoke about Dan Johnson earlier. He actually, in Nashville one time, I'll never forget this, and I hated him for it, but I'll thank him for it now. I was playing. We were in Nashville doing a writing session, and me and the guitar player in the band, who was not good at all, we had to play the songwriter thing, and it was two of us, and I didn't play guitar, and he played guitar, and it was bad. It was really bad. So after we got done, Dan walked straight up to me, slaps me in the fucking face, and he goes, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? What are you doing?" He was like, "That was an embarrassment. You were so much better than that. Like, don't do this shit." And I was like, "What?" He didn't hit me like super hard, but it was just like he cared enough to do that, and I never let that go, and it just kind of like stayed there. And then, one day I was just like, I remembered that. I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm going to do my own thing. Like, if this is how the music business is, then I don't want any fucking thing to do with it. I'm just going to do my own fucking thing. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it fucking doesn't. And it worked. I mean, shit. Warren Haynes is a hero of mine, and like, shit, I went to his house and fucking signed a record deal. It was like within a year from quitting those people. So if anybody out there wants to do some shit and you're scared, just fucking do it. Jump. Because it's working out, Who knows? It all could crash and burn, but at least I'm not fucking somebody's bitch. That's what I was.
For now.
Yeah,
till that big label comes on.
Exactly. What am I talking about?
Hello, young fella. We'd like to own you
Have
for
a
this.
cigar. You're going to go far. Fucking A.
What?
So there's a cool story I can tell about shows, though. But so we played... Warren Haynes' wife, Stephanie, she actually manages me. Warren just kind of like, he's just there because he's Warren. He's busy doing his own shit, and he owns the label and whatever. But she's a badass. She runs Sirius XM Jam On. Her name's Stephanie Scamardo. She actually managed the Allman Brothers and the Dead for a while. She does crazy stuff, but
that's insane.
She got me, or she was telling me when we were doing the Christmas Jam, she's like, I'm trying to bring all these people to see you, these booking agents, because she's like, that's the next thing, gotta get you a big booking agent, like a big one. And I'm like, sure, sounds great. I hear this all the time, but whatever. Anyways, the best case scenario worked out, and we met the senior vice president of Live Nation. He was at our show in a little but at the Asheville Music Hall, but it was not the big arena show that they were going to later. But he showed up. He loved it. He's literally like was involved with like breaking Blink 182 and like crazy people, dude. Yeah. Like Illuminati type shit. and he was fucking there. And he came up to me and he's like, guys like you, he's like, he could tell, dude. He's like, he could tell that I'd been through the ringer and like I fucking have been trying to do this shit for real. And then I'm rock and roll as fuck. And that's what he was like. Guys like you are the reason I got into this shit like 50 years ago. And he was like, we will be in touch. And it was just, we knew who he was and we knew he was coming, but I did not expect. And I met him the night before backstage and he was a total like not with it. Yeah. Because we're like, you're coming tomorrow, right? And he's like, yes, could totally. But so now he's working with us on finding an agent. And I did see a screenshot of a text message. I don't know if I can say this, but he messaged somebody insane. Like they work with Guns N' Roses and shit. And he was like, sign this fucking guy. So after the Christmas break, I'm fucking waiting for somebody to message us back.
Phone stays charged all the time, ringers all the way up.
Yeah, exactly. But the music business shuts down until January 6th. Yeah. Every year I get the same question from everybody. I'm like, why the 6th? Yeah. Why does it always have to be? They just like, don't call, don't talk, no one replies.
Huh, that is weird. 6th, yeah. You'd think it'd be the 8th or something, because that's Elvis's birthday.
The 6th is the Friday, too.
Yeah. Yeah. So the 8th is Elvis's birthday, so don't forget that.
My dad just told me that the 6th is when you can put up your baby Jesus after Christmas.
Was that what it is?
Wow.
I guess.
I don't know. Good to know. I'll do that when I get home.
Like he put up all his other stuff, but he has his Jesus on the mantle still, and it's like, you give another gift. Because it's like the day the wise men show up.
Ah.
So it's like, maybe that's it. I don't know.
That's what it is. So I run a huge bar now.
Oh yeah.
And there's people that are really funny about like the Christmas tree. Like if your Christmas tree's up on New Year's Day, it's bad luck. But there's other people that say if you take your Christmas down before New Year's Day, bad luck. And I'm like, and people are like weird, superstitious, man. I mean, and so I left it up and I stuck it in the back room. in case anybody asks, like, no, it's still up, bro. It's just,
Yeah.
just to cover my bases on it.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody tells me something like that, it's always in the back of my mind. I get superstitious.
Whatever I did was bad luck because Saturday night was shit.
What was Saturday night? New Year's Eve. Oh yeah, I heard from, or I saw on your Facebook.
It was bad.
That blows me away because every time I go downtown, I'm sad because there's nobody there. I'm always like, why come? But there also isn't that many like establishments like to go to that are like, like what if we had like a fucking dive bar that played like Thin Lizzy and shit? You know how cool that would be? Just like a little one in the side.
Yeah.
And then like a. But yeah, there is some crazy, but I haven't seen it ever crazy. I've never seen downtown crazy.
I gotta tell you, man. Okay, so
I can imagine
from a people watching standpoint,
Yeah.
it's like oh, holy shit,
Yeah.
when you see swaths, dozens of people just piled up on the street fighting, and then they get up and they just migrate across the street. They swarm around a car, and then there's
Oh, they're just like yelling at each other?
oh no, I mean just fighting. Dude, there's bullet holes in Butlers right now. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my dumbass is standing. I'll show you some video here in a bit. My dumbass was standing right in front of the lid, like I wasn't letting people in.
Yeah.
I was like letting them out. If I thought you looked like trouble, I wouldn't let you in. It's kind of weird, man, because I had to be kind of selective on who I let in the bar.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, you're not coming in, buddy. But,
Yeah. Exactly, though, but you're doing that for people's safety.
Yeah, but
I mean, sorry, if you don't want to, if you look like you're gonna, you could be a guy to do something crazy.
one of those fucking dudes, one of those kids that had that. Did I send you that video of the kid that had his Instagram story with the little machine gun?
No.
That's the kid that fired the machine gun in the air and started. And he
posted it on
posted shit on his Instagram story before everything happened. Like, really, bro?
Yeah.
And he's one of the guys. I didn't see that until the next day. He's one of the guys that I wouldn't let in. I'm like, nah, man.
Wow, see?
Yeah. So, okay.
That could have been inside. You never know.
What did you do New Year's Eve?
I slayed in bed.
Yeah.
I did. I went to Denver the day before, but the snow happened and shit. But
Yeah.
I just laid in bed. I was gonna go out and do something, but just laid in bed, man. I went to bed at like 10, probably.
Nice. Well, last time I saw you, so it was your girlfriend's birthday on
Yep.
Crush.
Yeah.
I was
You
playing
sang
on the
happy
patio
birthday.
that night, like September, October, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And I sang Happy Birthday, some version of it, and then you got up and did a few songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like every time I go downtown, I wish there would be like, that's a cool place. The patio is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I guess people just don't like to go out that much around here until the weekends or something.
Yeah.
It was like a Monday, wasn't it?
It was a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It was Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool seeing you.
They've got Crush has these. This is weird. I don't know why I'm telling the story. So they've got these two like geodesic glass domes on the patio now, and they've got all these cool lights and shit. Them and they're they're heat controlled, so you can sit outside in these beautiful little glass domes and have your dinner.
Oh,
It's
wow,
really
they got
fun.
those?
Yeah.
I've seen those. I saw those in London. Whoa.
Yeah. And so like I'm taking Kitty Cat up there. My wife probably next week or so when
I was like, wait, where'd he go?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna take my cat downtown.
I was like, that would be
We're gonna-
awesome to see.
Yeah.
That'd be a meme.
That would be fucking funny. Yeah, take your cat to
Give
dinner.
him a bow tie.
Yeah. This is Mr. Nibs, and he's going to be having the
Mr.
salmon this
Nibs.
evening.
All organic, please.
Right. Hey, I tell you what, guys, we're going to take a short break here, word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with Cody Jasper. Lit Arcade Bar, Amarillo's one and only arcade bar, located in downtown Amarillo at 701 South Polk. Check out our selection of over 25 vintage arcades and over 15 pinball machines. We also have pool tables and shuffleboard. And don't forget, we have the best beer and cocktails in town and are available for party rentals and for your corporate event. Lit Arcade Bar, 701 South Polk, Amarillo, Texas, downtown. Early French Quarter, New Orleans, come out to the Drunken Oyster, Amarillo's only absinthe bar with a full Cajun menu, amazing steaks, salads, burgers, po' boys, gator, crawfish, to name a few options, and an amazing authentic Cajun vibe with live music and brunch from 11 to 3 on Sundays. Drunken Oyster, 7606 Southwest 45th. Savor, Amarillo's only true tapas dining experience, now open 7 days a week with lunch being served daily. And now on Saturdays and Sundays, brunch being served from 11 to 3. Savor.
Introducing Still Austin's newest expression, straight rye whiskey, affectionately titled The Artist. This new flagship spirit represents the culmination of years of effort, a final work of art that feels somehow effortless. This is a whiskey for the dreamers, the visionaries, and the artists who inspire us all. It's the ultimate marriage of the art and the muse.
No, I could.
Glenn.
See, he's got all the stuff to do it. I'm getting. Give me a second on that, because Covenant's where we want to record at. We're gonna. I'm getting a new mixer Saturday, and we're gonna do all of our demos here.
Oh, nice.
And then probably go to Covenant if I can afford it. So I know David.
Just do like fucking drums over there and shit.
Yeah.
I would just do fucking drums and vocals. That's what I do to save a lot of money. I go over there and I fucking just do what I need to do, take the files, and go home and fuck with them on like Logic.
No
or
shit.
whatever. Yeah, you can do, dude. The Apollo Twin or whatever Apollo thing I have.
Yeah.
Plug my guitar straight in that bitch. Pull up the Marshall and a fucking LA2A compressor, and then they have these pre-made fucking Neve mix consoles. You just click, click, click. Nobody would know, and it's perfect. It's recorded already, like simulation. Wow. I feel like for solos and shit, I record the guitar, but for like fucking meaty, because it's like already mixed. You don't have to fucking. That's what the joy. You just like click, and it sounds perfect into the song. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
these are VSTs or something. These plugins or.
If I what?
Are they plugins or?
Yeah. The Apollo comes with like these amps you can use. You can do a Vox, a Marshall.
What is Apollo a DAW? Is it
it's
a VST?
DAW. It's the No, it's the
interface.
Interface.
Yeah.
It's the Universal Audio interface.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just like a.
It's like a Scarlett. Or
okay, it's like a Scarlett.
Okay. Yeah,
it's like just really high end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you just plug that shit in and. Yeah, because that's what I do. I'll send if I have something. Glenn will send me a mix, and I'll just like put the MP3 of the mix into my Logic, and then just fucking play guitar to it, and then I send him the wave file of the guitar, and he throws it into Pro Tools, and then he touches it up a little bit if he needs to. But every time I send him one, he's like, "You just recorded that?" Like, he looks scared because it's like, oh, your gear doesn't mean shit anymore.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, it does for drums and vocals. That Neve console he has, right now, and that's the thing. Me and him have been working so much that he's learning a lot of shit. So am I, and he's getting fucking good, dude. I sent him the Abbey Road tracks, and he mixed that, and it's fucking
wow.
He's getting there, dude. And like the drum sounds we got for this one song right now. Like Def Leppard almost, just huge.
Every snare is like cannon fire.
Yeah, I was like, I told him, I was like, dude, all your engineer wildest dreams, like, go for it. There's not gonna be not enough reverb on the snare on this song, dude. Just go for it.
Man, I kind of missed that. You know that big snare sound that they had in the '80s. Man, that kind of went away for a while.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at me, dude. You know what I'm talking about. That shit sounds awesome.
They use it all the time now in hip hop.
Yeah,
everything's fucking. Or some,
It's coming back.
Yeah, it is coming back.
Here, hold on. Where's my phone? I made a little video.
It's weird because like I just started listening to. Because I play emo, but I haven't listened to anything pre like probably '98. So I just started listening to Mineral.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And Mineral is like '94. And so it's got a lot of grunge elements to it, but it's like they're like some of the godfathers of emo, and it's still like the recording is clearly like super lo-fi. It's just like, but like somehow it works, and that's how you get all this like Midwest shit that's happening now. Is because of Mineral, what they did in the '90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, we fucking hung out with Dinosaur Jr. at Christmas Jam.
I saw that. Yeah,
dude,
fucking
he's
Jay
my
Maskett.
fucking homie now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not really, but my tour manager kept joking, being like, "There's your friend, Jay Maskett," because we met. He was back. We went to the pre-jam, and it was backstage, and there's like this bar back there, and he comes walking in with like his handler or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy, and I'm like, "That's fucking Jay Maskett, dude." Like, I'm like, I can't like not say something to him.
Yeah.
He's really fucking weird. He's really like,
you don't
just
say.
like, yeah. And so you're like you make eye contact with him, and he's just like staring like in through your eyes, like doesn't say what's up or nothing. So I was like several times I went like, walked away, and finally was like, dude, I gotta say, blah blah blah. And And then I'm like, what fuzz pedals did you bring? You know, and I started, because he's the fuzz guy.
Yeah.
He's like the fuzz king. And he's like checking me out, like, what do you know? And we start talking. I tell him what fuzz pedals I have, and then he fucking knows that I'm one of him, and he's just like fucking starts asking me questions. And then we tried to get him to come see us play, but he didn't come see us play. But the big arena show, we're walking backstage behind the stage, and that's when Jason goes, hey, there's your friend, Jay Maskus. Anyways, he waves at me. And so me and Greg, like little kids, just like run up to him. We're like, hey, man, your fucking show was great, blah, blah. And he's like, I heard your show kicked ass, man. And we were like, what? What the fuck?
That's so cool.
Yeah,
man.
dude, that was crazy.
I had a couple of, like, not a huge fanboy moment, like back in September. Sublime came through with
Rome?
Yeah, Rome.
Yeah.
I was thinking Rome.
Romo.
And
that would be great too.
Yeah. And so I didn't even know it. Like, I didn't recognize any of those dudes. And they were all in my bar that night, just hanging out, playing pinball and shit. And this girl recognized me. She's like, that's the dude from Sublime. And I'm like, who's the dude from Sublime?
Yeah.
She went, and I saw these guys that were obviously in a band. Band like road guys. It's always the same guys. They got black shorts on, some black T-shirt, backwards hat,
laminate,
fuckload of tattoos, and a couple of laminates. I'm like, that's a band guy, you know.
Yeah.
And just shot the shit with him, and he had some problems with the pinball machine, and I fixed it for him and started talking. And then pretty soon, like, we had a couple of drinks, and then we went to Leftwoods.
Yeah.
And just hung out after my bar closed,
Wow.
you know. And those guys were cool. So, like, they let me come and hang out the next day out at Starlight during
nice.
sound check and shit, you know. And that English guy, whose name escapes me now, that was playing keys for him was really cool. Like, ended up giving him a ride back to his hotel.
Nice.
You know, yeah, and just drinking with, like, I drank a lot.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. Speaking of emo, this is kind of a weird side story. I don't even know, it's not emo, that's not a good lead in. But, like, I've literally never listened to Melancholy in the Infinite Sadness before. Like, how old is that fucking album? It's probably 30 years old.
Smashing Pumpkins?
Smashing Pumpkins, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, in its entirety. Like, I've heard a couple of songs of it and never listened to it.
Yeah.
I listened to it today while I was cleaning the studio. I'm like, 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5. I loved that record back in the day.
There's some good riffs on it.
Yeah.
I was like, I never understood what everyone was carrying on about. I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good album.
My sister made me listen to that whole fucking thing on like a family road trip one time.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I was really young and it blew my mind.
Which sister?
Jessica.
Jessica, yeah. She's like into karate and kicking people's ass.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Now she's teaching it in Dallas.
Yeah.
She's not doing security or nothing anymore.
No shit, yeah.
Yeah.
She get married?
She's engaged.
Yeah, right on, man. Good for her, man.
And he loves fucking jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all about just terrifying people.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
They have a huge, terrifying dog.
Yeah, she
and
did
I'm like,
security.
yo,
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Some friends on Facebook.
Big time fucking people. It blew me away. I didn't believe her at first. I'm not gonna lie. She was doing security for Mark Zuckerberg and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
Like, what? You know? And then they're like, yeah. After she got done, because she wouldn't tell us. She couldn't. And then my mom would be like, I figured it out. It's Mark Zuckerberg. You know, I'm like, what the fuck ever? Like, yeah. But no, it really was. Maybe not. I'm not gonna say that. It's just online.
Yeah. No. We're not live. We got a couple of days to edit here. But yeah. I still talk to Tiffany every now and then. I guess she's still out in the fucking desert.
Yeah.
Being weird.
Yeah. She blocked me last time we talked. I didn't do anything bad.
Yeah. You. She blocked you.
Brother, sister.
Oh hell, half Amarillo's got you blocked. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, are you gonna do a big tour? I mean,
yeah, so we're gonna be either. That's the thing. As soon as this Christmas break is over, they're figuring out who the agent's gonna be and then kind of what they do. But Stephanie told me worst case scenario, I just tour with Government Mule and Dinosaur Jr.
yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, okay. Worst case scenario.
Like together,
okay.
like on the
no,
same. Okay,
she'll just like because we made friends with Jay and actually the lady that runs Sub Pop, which is also he's like a part of. Her last name's Jasper.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's like so who knows,
Yeah.
but there's some things like we could definitely get on some shows, and then Government Mule, of course, we definitely get on some shows with them.
Yeah.
But they have dude, these people, I've never met people or known people like this in my life. Like, it's just like the guy that is the vice president. He literally books Madison Square Garden. He's the talent buyer for Madison Square Garden. Like, that guy flew to Asheville, North Carolina to see us play because this lady told him to. Like, what the fuck? You know, okay. So I have no idea what's could happen. You know, the next.
Man, that's cool, man. That's
I know that we're looking for a booking agent.
Yeah,
we have a couple in mind, but they're like trying to go.
All the same guys in your band, like everybody's on board. They can do the tour and everything.
Yeah. But I mean, there's also if they can't, there's I know a handful of key players, bass players, but I don't think they're gonna.
You got kind of a different sound now, man. You've got kind of that big, like soul rock, like. Just big funkadelic type thing going on. I mean, you got some cool rock stuff going on.
Identify as trans genre.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. I will definitely give you points for that one. That's really good.
But yeah, there's a lot. I can't wait. I've done so much recording, but I got a ton of stuff coming out. I did like my Texas Blues ZZ Top meets fucking Muse EP. I got that coming out, and then I got I guess the best stuff I got is going to be the full album that is getting finished right now. But
so when you have all of these songs, you said with Glenn, you got like 30 songs. I mean, like, how do you pick what are you going to put out? What do you do with the rest of them?
Well, I get in there, I write like a batch of songs, and I get the guys in town, and we fucking go in the studio and we track them all, and then usually the ones I finish, those are the ones that are like some of them I finished them at home, but like I just get distracted because then I'm trying to get like 12 best songs I got. Yeah. And so probably it's going to take 50 for me to pick the best 12 because every time I do a session, half of them are shit. You know what I mean? It's just how it goes. They're not shit, but it's like. If you're trying to get nothing but fucking singles, like your life depends on it. Some of it's shit, so it's like, but we just keep going, and that's the thing we forget. Like yesterday, he was like, "Oh yeah, that song "C'est La Vie," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I forgot about that song. That's a good song. Like, pull it up. Let's finish this. Like, what the hell are we doing?" So, but and then I can put them out later if some don't fit. But I'm supposed to get a full album to Evil Teen, like by the end of the month. And I have a full album already, but I've wrote better songs since I recorded that album, and this is my big one that they're putting the push behind. So I'm like, I gotta have.
So they tell you they want a full album. Do they dictate how many songs are on that album, or they just or you just tell them, I feel like this is my album, track 1 through 9 or track 1 through 10,
that's what they want. I send them stuff like that. They want me to send it how it would be on the record. Yeah, and they're just kind of like, whatever, give us a full record because it's going to be on vinyl and shit, and it's got to be a certain amount to be a full album. But it was a full album, but then I wrote better songs, and I was like, how about I take half of this record and put it out as an EP? That way, the full album can have these new songs on it. And we're still in, I think that's going to happen, but I want them to take the EP because then they use their marketing budget. Yeah. And I don't use my marketing budget, which is Instagram. Right. Yeah. So but then that's a whole nother deal. Then it's like, well, then we're doing an EP and a record. But I think we won them over after Christmas Jam. We fucking played our ass off, dude. We drove 17 hours. That's why before the band went on stage, I looked at everybody and I was like, well, we drove 17 fucking hours, dude. So let's fucking.
Where was that at?
Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah. It's where Warren Haynes is from. Yeah. It's like 30 years running. He had Dinosaur Jr., Brothers Osborne, Tyler Childers, fucking Phil Lesh from the Grateful Dead headlined, and my parents came, and they were eating backstage in the arena, and like did this whole fucking spread, dude. Like I'm like, wow, this is how these guys do. This is what happens when they play anywhere. Yeah. Like it's crazy. Chef, like souffle. Yeah. And so my parents got to go back there and eat, and they go sit down and eat, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, they're sitting right next to Phil Lesh. Yeah. like my mom's like, hi, how are you doing? What are you doing here? Probably, I don't know what she said, but
how's the Chilean sea bass?
I'm fucking Phil Lesh from the Grateful Dead.
That sounds like fucking fun though, man. I don't know. Was that Lloyd was
Lloyd and my mom, they went. Lloyd's a big Warren Haynes fan, so he was like, I want to go.
Those guys still live here?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I've seen them in a long time.
Yep. They don't get out much. They're old grandparents now.
bro, I'm a granddad now.
Yeah.
I got 2 grandkids, man. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird, man.
Life is weird, man.
It is definitely weird.
Yep. I'm losing my hair. So it's just part of it. Yeah, I know. Well, I feel you, dude. It's getting there.
It's
I used to have like a fro.
Yeah.
Dude.
Big, gorgeous, curly locks.
And then you're like, I'm like, oh yeah, that's never gonna go away. And then like you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this? No.
You know what happens? What causes that? Getting shot in the leg with a nail gun.
Yeah. I got shot in the leg with a bullet too.
Well, it was like the same day, wasn't it? Like
No, it was like the same month. I don't remember, man.
There was one right back after the back. I remember you sitting on the patio at Leftwoods, just kind of contemplating life. You know, like, what the fuck is happening to me?
Luckily, it wasn't like a 9mm bullet or something.
Yeah.
It was like a fucking rabbit gun bullet or some shit.
Yeah. But wasn't it random?
That's
like
why I don't drink, people.
Yeah. It was just like some dude. Like it wasn't even like wasn't.
I was to make the story even fucking weirder. I didn't have a phone, but I had an iPad. So I
remember that. Yeah.
I was on the phone on my iPad in downtown Amarillo underneath a fucking bridge, and just I heard it. It hit me in the leg. And I didn't think it went in. I was like, what the fuck? Somebody just fucking... I was really fucked up. And I'm like, somebody just fucking... I ran to Donnie's place and then... Anyways, I didn't think it went in me. I thought it was just like somebody fucking slingshotted me or something. And so we went to Leftwoods and got shit-faced. And then it was like... As the time went on, I'm like, something is wrong with my leg, dude. Yeah, and you took me home, I think. And I woke up the next morning and... at my mom's house, and I'm like, Mom, I need to go to the hospital. I went to the hospital, got an x-ray, yep, there's a fucking pellet in your leg. It's still there. It's still there.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, it's going to cost like thousands of dollars to do surgery and pull it out, or it'll calcify in your body, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sure thing. We'll find out in a couple of years.
I don't know, man. I'd get a hold of something and just dig that fucker out myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss of words here, man. You got kind of a pretty crazy story, man. You know, because I remember, you know, guys, Cody and I first started hanging out. He and I used to butt heads a little bit. I don't know if you knew that or not, but we sure did. And then, of course, you went to fucking like Norway and Ireland, and you toured when you were first doing this when you were a kid.
Yeah, before I could drink, I was fucking I went to Norway. I remember I was not able to drink. I fucking drank, but I remember I was that young, but too young, no manager. What an idiot, dude.
I found a picture of you playing at Leftwoods on Dave Regal's guitar, and Dave Regal had
Raved Eagle.
Yeah, man, and he had like one of my stickers covering a sound hole of his acoustic.
Oh yeah,
and it was like a church night or something like that. And then I saw some other pictures from that. That was 2013. That was that Philippines thing. Remember that we did the Philippines benefit in 2013? Remember the Philippines got all fucked up from that tidal wave?
Oh yeah.
Philippines benefit show. That was 10 years ago.
Damn.
Which is a crazy thought.
That.
Yeah. You were still what, high school?
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
How old are you?
33.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I still like visualize you as being in your 25.
That's a good thing.
I wish.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, shit, dude. So what's the do you know what the EP is going to be called?
Geronimo.
Geronimo. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, is that?
And I'm butt naked in front of an American flag.
Are you really?
Well, you know that in Turkey, Texas, the American flag wall theater?
Yeah.
I went out there and took a picture, and I had this whole outfit on, and fucking, we were like, just do one fucking with your ass, and like showed the guitar, like being funny, and one of them, you can't really tell. It's not like I'm naked, I'm like small in it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that needs to be the cover, because it's a rock and roll record, and people are gonna buy this shit, and then I'll be able to be like, my fucking ass is on your face, dude, right there. But no, that may not be the one, but.
So it's like, I know what Geronimo is, you know, the Native American story.
Yes.
But also, Geronimo was a phrase that like.
Yep, dropping bombs.
Dropping bombs, jumping out of a plane. They go, Geronimo! You know.
Yeah. And that's the song goes, Geronimo! Okay. You almost saying it just right.
That's fucking cool, okay. All right, man. When's that going to be out?
I don't know yet. I got to wait till January 6th when everybody goes back to fucking work.
Okay. Man, that's
it should be at the end of the month though, because they do things really quick. So it's
yeah, that's like a Insurrection Day, we call that around here.
exactly right. I know that's weird. I'm like, okay, the music business goes back to work on that day. Okay.
Someone put Jesus up too early at the Capitol.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did. Boom.
Well done.
That's why I'm here.
Well done.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm here.
Well, fucking A, man. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up, bro.
right, thanks
but
for
you know
having
what?
me.
Now that I know that you live in town,
Yeah.
maybe you can, come by every now and then. Do
Yeah, I'm always when I'm in town. I'm always bored. So.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Smokey Joe's tonight, sit in with Solano Project. I mean, I don't
yeah.
know if they'll let me sit in, but I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, go ask.
Go to fucking play some guitar.
You can always come to my place and play some pinball, too, you know?
Oh, really? Yeah. That's
You
the
ever
thing.
been there?
I know, but I get so blazed since I don't drink. When I go out, I just don't want to be around people.
Dude,
I'm just so fucking high. I'm just like,
I've got a whole, I've got a menu of non-alcoholic drinks.
really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll come now.
Like they're just
and play fucking arcade games.
mocktails, like alcohol-free, like
I don't know.
non-alcoholic beers
Yeah.
and shit. So
I don't know why people don't do that more, because people buy them and how profit. I don't know if it's profitable, but
margins
I'm
are way higher on mocktails.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's fucking soda water and ginger, fucking
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I went to Denver and had a mocktail. It was delicious.
Yeah.
But it costs as much as a cocktail. And I'm like, they're just making, it probably costing cents to make it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't want to give away secrets. Yeah.
Well, man, I'm fucking stoked. I'm
Thanks,
really
man.
stoked for everything, for your success, and like to, it's awesome to see these things happen for you. You know, it's
Thank
fucking
you.
great, dude. And I know you catch a lot of shit, but you're earning it. Not the shit. You're earning. Let me rephrase that. You're earning.
That's true though too. I
Yeah.
earned a lot of shit,
Yeah,
dude.
you-
Like, I have friends in town that I don't know, or people that I don't know. They just have a weird.
Yeah.
I had a bad reputation. Like, fuck it, dude. I was a young kid traveling fucking Norway, high on cocaine.
Yeah.
I thought the fucking world was like.
Cocaine.
Yeah. I thought fucking everything was just, but I had to learn the hard way that it's not. And whatever. I want to be fucking involved in my local scene, though. I hate that, like, people don't. I'm like, why? I don't even know you. What the fuck I do to you, dude?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, I always help people out. Shit, the last 10 years, I think I booked fucking any band that played at South by from Amarillo.
Yeah.
I helped or got them the gig. I always try to help. But while I live here, I don't know. I've been seeing some younger bands from, like, Pampa.
No, dude.
Some
Tampa's got a
younger
killer
kids,
scene. I've had
I saw
I've had
some on
Stealing
Facebook.
Handshakes on and Odd
Stealing Handshakes,
Yeah.
that's the band they're in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta help these fucking
Yeah.
people out, dude.
Yeah,
Like, what?
great.
These kids
Yeah.
are from my.
Nolan, yeah.
We're all from the same fucking desert shithole. Like,
Yeah.
dude, we have to,
That's the whole purpose of this
Yeah,
thing, We're
yeah.
trying to, like...
I've been trying to do shit with Nolan for a while.
Yeah.
So I've been able to make it happen.
Nolan,
Yeah, me
You
and
need to
Nolan
be-
want to do a show together. For
get back on the show, Nolan. Let's get you back on.
Is that the guy from?
Stealing
Stealing,
Handshake, yeah.
yeah.
I think I know. I'm
Just a long-haired dude.
Ryer, the guitar player.
Oh,
Ryan Hathcote, yeah.
Yeah, that
And the man- I
like
friend
that
him.
teenager who
Yeah.
just shreds.
Yeah, I saw him on Facebook when we became friends, and I'm like, damn, dude, like this. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Shred. Yeah, those guys are
He
cool.
plays good gear too.
Yeah, Rylan's a super gear snob.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit, man.
All right.
Good to see you, bro.
Thank you for having
Thanks
me.
for coming
man.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Hey, guys, we're going to...
Amarillo fucking rocks.
Amarillo rocks. We're going to adjudicate our normal closing line because it's 2023 and it's time for something new. I'll think of something on the next show. The whole...
Yeah,
Just go see some live music. How about that?
That's
Just
a
go
good
see some
one.
live music. Just go see some live music, man. See, Newton Town agrees.
Yeah, he agrees.
All right. Amarillo rocks. See ya.